This conference will now be recorded.
Thank you, everyone, for being here this morning. We will start the Public Information and Education Committee and Special Meeting of the Board of Directors, the West Basin Municipal Water District, November 16, 2020. And it is now 11 a.m. I will call the meeting to order. We do have a quorum. Patrick, is there any public comment?
Good morning, Chairwoman Gray, members of the committee and board and staff. We do not have any public comments, no.
Okay, presentations.
Chairwoman, we have no presentations today.
Action calendar.
Likewise, we have no items on the action calendar today.
Information calendar, Patrick.
Yeah, thank you, Chairwoman. Yeah, we have a couple of items today on the information calendar. We have our normal weekly media report and communications update, and that will be tag teamed by our public information analyst 2, Matthew Vey, and our public information specialist, I'm not analyst, specialist 1, Deanne Blackman. I think Matt is going to take the first part, and then Deanne will come and finish off the second part of the media report and communications update. Matthew?
Yes, thank you, Patrick, and good morning, Chairwoman Gray and members of the board and committee. I will be taking you through the October media report and communications update, and I will be starting on packet page 7. So I'll give everybody a moment to get to packet page 7. Great, thank you. So this is just an overview of some of our activities over the last month and a half. As you'll see here, we issued about 4 press releases during this period of time. A couple of them related to the district winning some awards. The first one there was the Utility of the Future. That press release went out on October 9th. And then in addition, on that same day, district put out a press release regarding its Best Project Award for the Pump Station Improvements Project at Hyperion. That one went out at the same time. Then going down the list there, you'll see that we issued a press release kind of coordinated with Metropolitan in congratulating and welcoming Director Gray to her re-election to the Metropolitan Board Chair position. And we actually received some pretty good coverage on that. There were a couple of articles that ran in the LA Sentinel. And then in addition, there was a number of different media coverage of that based on Metropolitan's press release as well. On the last one there, under the press releases, you'll see the SoFi Stadium and Hollywood Park recycled water project that was completed a couple months ago. We ended up coordinating with the SoFi team. So we ended up issuing that press release on just last week on November 9th. And that also actually received some really good coverage in local media. I believe it might have also been picked up on a couple of radio placements. And all of those stories will be in the media clips in the next month. So I'll share those with you at next month's PI committee. Also, you'll see here some of the website news articles that we published in October. There was another project that we completed, the pump seals project, also at Hyperion. We began messaging and promoting the fact that the district's now posting its board meeting videos and recordings online. And then we joined with a number of other water agencies throughout the country in promoting Imagine a Day Without Water 2020. We'll go ahead and scroll down to the next packet page 8 and 9. You'll just see some of the highlights of the press releases and the web news articles that were posted in the last month. Let's actually go to packet page 10 now. Thank you. And so we've had a number of updates to the website in the last month or so. Actually, the screen capture that I provided here has already been updated again with some other news items that we've been promoting more recently. But we have been promoting the fact that the board meetings are now being recorded online. We had some of our district awards on there. And then now they've been replaced with, the one on the left has been replaced with the Sophie Stadium, which actually has its own project page that is also now live, and that's been promoted via social media as well. And then the one on the right there, the district awards, has been replaced with the 25th anniversary of recycled water, a graphic that also leads to a new landing page for a news story that was done about that, as well as the video itself that was produced. So now we'll go down to packet page 11. And the next few pages show the media coverage for this, but I'll just kind of highlight some of the top stories. Included the district's career panel that occurred last month. A number of the district's public outreach programs, from its water lab, digital water lab, have been promoted in some of the community calendars. Both of the awards that the district received, the Utility of the Future, were featured in articles, as well as Director Gray's re-election to the Metropolitan Board, and then other kind of miscellaneous election season stories. We'll go ahead and move now to packet page 14. And again, this just highlights both Director Gray's re-election, as well as a couple of the awards that the district received. So we can move now to the final slide that I'll talk about, and that's packet page 16. These are some of the upcoming things that we have planned in the PI committee. It's not an exhaustive list, but it's just some of the highlights. The West Basin, it will be putting out its fall newsletter in the next week or so, and that's set to go out, and it's going to include an encouraging statement kind of from the board members as we go into the holiday season. So please be on the lookout for that. In addition, we are putting together a postcard, a direct mailer, that's going to promote our $500 rebate for the high efficiency clothes washers. And this will be promoted primarily in some of the disadvantaged community areas of the service area. So that's going to happen in the next month or two. We'll probably have separate mailings that will happen in both December and January. The next thing would be that the PI team produced a video for the National Water Research Institute. We produced a video for that internally, and just wanted to mention that because of the pandemic and just the situation that we're in, we're not able to attend things in person. We've just received an increased amount of demand for video programming and resources. So that's something that our team has been responding to a lot of those types of requests for videos. And we expect that to continue in the coming months. And then the last thing I'll mention here is I think that you'll probably hear more about the Rain Barrel Home Delivery Program from Gus, but we are currently mapping out our marketing and promotional strategy to maximize the reach of the program that's expected to start sometime in early 2021. That's all of my prepared remarks, but I'd be happy to take any questions if there are any.
Any questions? Thank you, Matt. You're very thorough. Thank you very much. Go to
Thank you.
Deanne. Patrick, did you want to introduce Deanne, or did we go directly to her?
Yeah,
Thank you, Matt.
I don't think Deanne needs any introduction. Everybody knows Deanne. Good morning, Deanne.
Hello. Thank you, Matt. Good morning, Chairwoman, and Patrick as well. Members of the board and committee, I'll be covering the district's social media efforts this month, starting on packet page 18. Staff continues to keep track of the progress we make with the district's social media efforts as we implement the social media strategic plan. And we're constantly working on new ways to update how we reach these goals as well. So as you can see, this shows where we are with our goals for the calendar year 2020 from January, and then we'll provide an update through December in our January committee meeting. Moving along to packet page 19, sharing the district's Twitter page. Some highlights is that the page earned over 5,900 impressions and continues to see an increase in followers. The most popular post was the district was recognized as a utility of the future today by prestigious water industry organizations. Moving on to packet page 20. During this time period, the district Facebook page saw a spike in impressions and clicks on the links we post due to some social media paid posts. The most popular post was recognizing the California Water Professionals Appreciation Week, and which was a post in a series during the week-long recognition that also included highlights from the district's partnered panel with the Water Replenishment District, which featured West Basin's own Uzi Daniel and Jason Kung from our operations department. Moving on to packet page 21. Similar to Facebook, the district Instagram page also saw an increase in impressions and followers, as well as engagement with our posts due to the cross-platform paid posts. And the most popular posts here were also the posts highlighting West Basin staff members Uzi and Jason as panelists on the partner career panel during California Water Professionals Appreciation Week. It's a mouthful. Moving on to packet page 22, finally, the district's LinkedIn page continues to see an increase in followers as we've increased our following in the past month to a total of 852 followers. And what was the most popular post? You guessed it, the West Basin Careers panel again. So that was actually a pretty good partnership that we did with the Water Replenishment District during California Water Professionals Appreciation Week. So our outreach and education team did an amazing job with this pilot partnership, and we look forward to increasing opportunities like this in the future. Moving on to packet page 23, just the final slide is highlighting some additional highlights from October social media. The first one being the SoCal Water Coalition congratulating President Gray on her re-election to chairwoman to the Met Board of Directors. Another post was Sierra Club's California Water Committee, supporting the district's transparency and recording board and committee meetings. And finally, the last thing that you'll see on the right is a Spanish language targeted social media ad where we are promoting Met's free garden transformation class, and it received positive feedback and excitement from the Spanish class offering. So that concludes my report, and if you have any questions, I'd be glad to answer them.
Thank you, Dan. Very good report. Are there any questions, board members? I don't hear any questions, Dan. Thank you very much. You're very thorough doing that. All right, Patrick, we'll go to the next item, 6B.
Yeah, thank you, Chairwoman Gray. Our second information calendar item today is our monthly conservation program update. I see we have our senior water policy and resource analyst, Mr. Gus Mesa, here to give us this report, and he's going to be tag teaming with Jennifer Vasquez, which we will do the second part. He's our water policy and resource analyst too. So Gus, can you open the proceedings, please, for us?
Sure. Thank you, Patrick. And good morning, Chairwoman Gray, committee and board members. I have a few brief updates on our water use efficiency programs, and then I'll be handing this over to Jennifer. The first update is on our Change and Save for Disadvantaged Communities program, which is shown on board packet page 68 under the program highlights. Last month, the committee approved to amend Allegra Consulting's contract. This will allow us to continue offering this successful program to our DAC communities through June of next year. Staff is currently in the process of amending their contract. Since they are still under contract, West Basin staff has scheduled our first planning meeting with them for this week to review the timeline and tasks and start the planning efforts for the relaunch, which will take place in January. And I'll be working with the Public Information Committee and Board Services, our general manager, on a press release, and the board through Patrick, our general manager, to launch the program. We're very excited to relaunch our Change and Save for Disadvantaged Communities program. It was very successful, and I look forward to implementing this again. Are there any questions on this program?
Any questions? No, I guess you can go on.
Great, thank you, Chairwoman Gray. The next program is our Malibu Smart and Topanga Smart program, which is on packet page 69. This is a Department of Water Resources, IRWIMP, Prop 84 grant program that is set to end this coming March 31st, 2021. We've worked with our partners, the City of Malibu and LA County Waterworks, to develop a final goals attainment plan. The program is currently 91% complete. Due to COVID, we have not been able to conduct all the components, as you know, such as the outdoor landscape surveys or meeting with residents, but we have adjusted and we've been promoting all the device rebates in Malibu and Topanga, and we've seen participation. So even though this program has met two major challenges, first was the Woolsey fire in 2019, and now with COVID, we are still on track on reaching our goal for the adjustments that we have been making all along. So are there any questions on this program? If
Questions? None, good. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. My final program I'll be covering is our Rain Barrel program. As mentioned last month, staff is redesigning this program to pilot a new home delivery program. Staff is currently in the process of procuring the rain barrels and home delivery services. We plan on, as Matt mentioned earlier, we plan on working with the Public Information Committee and our consultant to develop a program flyer and other social media pieces to promote this program. Our goal is to launch this program in late January. So we'll continue to update the committee as we progress on this program. We're very excited to relaunch and to provide residents with rain barrels once again. We continue to get phone calls, and our partner, the South Bay Environmental Services Center, they continue to get phone calls, and we continue to assist our residents about rain barrels. So that concludes my presentation. Chairwoman Gray, are there any questions before I turn this over to Jennifer?
Madam Chair?
Yes, Director Williams, please.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Gus. Very good report there. Now, how will the community be involved in this in terms of our volunteer program efforts when we have the rain barrel distribution, where we, of course, folks come and pick up the rain barrels. So are we gonna, what are we gonna do there? Because this is very popular.
Yes. Yes, thank you, Director Williams. We'll be reaching out to our community partners before we launch the program to let them know that we're restarting the program. We'll be providing them with the electronic flyer and the other social media pieces as well, and to get their help. Well, we want to involve them. As you mentioned, the community-based organizations have been a great help with programs over the years, and we really would really appreciate their help to get the word out to the community members that they know, friends, family, and really to spread the word that we have this new home delivery program. So that's how we'll be involving the community-based organizations.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any other questions, Gus?
No, Chairwoman Gray, I can hand this over to Jennifer now.
All right, thank you, Gus. Thank you for your report. Very thorough.
Okay, thank you.
Jennifer, please.
Great, thank you so much. Can everyone hear me just fine before I begin?
Yes, loud and clear.
Perfect. Good morning, Chairwoman Gray and members of the committee and board. I will begin at the bottom of board packet page 69 on the grass replacement rebate section. For the grass replacement rebate, staff has included the rebate application page on the top of packet page 70. Please note that this report begins in the new fiscal year with the applications received from July 1st. We have seen increased application activity, and I did mention that at the last committee meeting. We are encouraged to see an additional $15,000 that has been spent and actually paid out for this program, which brings the total number of projects invoiced to roughly $55,000 out of the $100,000 that we allocated for grass replacement. So it's very encouraging to see. Additionally, the application table that I included covers applications as of Friday, October 16th. However, staff is again happy to report that a total of 10 applications were actually received for October, for the month of October. So that's also encouraging as more applications continue to come in. As you can see, August, September were pretty, 9 and 9, and then an additional 10 applications that came in for October. So that's encouraging to see that not only are we paying out projects, but these are actually projects that are beginning. And as requested at the last committee meeting, a summary image of the Metropolitan, which is the region-wide activity, is included right below that application page. So that's the 59% remaining funds that you see, and that's again regional for Metropolitan. And we also included the additional devices and advertising that Metropolitan notes during their reports. Our team, of course, will continue to monitor this activity district-wide and collaborate with the PI department to promote the rebate into the new year. And moving into the grass replacement class section, which is right below that on page 70 still, staff would like to update that Metropolitan will continue offering the 3 online class webinar topics, which I covered in the past. It's the California-friendly native plant landscape, turf removal and garden transformation, and the newest garden design workshop. Additional dates have actually now were added for January 2021, which continues the success of these online classes into the new year. It also is encouraging to see, as we were waiting to see for the 2021 dates, and they are now starting to be posted on that Be Waterwise website, which can be used to promote on our pages as well. Many of the classes are now also marked as booked, which shows that there is still interest from residents to attend these type of classes. And so it's encouraging to see, just because a lot of dates were added when these webinars first started. So we were, Metropolitan and overall the water agencies were worried that it was too many classes, but it is encouraging that a lot of attendance is noted for these classes, so much so that they are being booked, as we call it. And so, yeah, we will continue promoting and monitoring the level of attendance throughout the next few months as the new dates are added for the next year. I will take a brief pause before I move on to Cash for Kitchens. If you have any questions regarding grass replacement, I can answer any of those now.
Questions, board members? I don't hear any. Jennifer, please. Thank you.
Perfect. The Cash for Kitchens program updates begin on page 71. And so we are continuing to work for this program. Additional updates for activities in the month of October include mailing materials that will actually be used for the Cash for Kitchens programs. Those were ordered, and we are preparing the quote-unquote kits that will be used for Cash for Kitchen, and that includes shipping those small devices, including the pre-rinse spray valves and the sink flow restrictors that are given to restaurants after the completion of the survey, their water efficiency surveys, which will now again be online. New outreach and marketing materials were also designed and are currently in development, and this includes a postcard that will be used for the program once it is launched, and also additional social media posts. The completion of the Cash for Kitchens online portal is estimated in late November, early December. Additional time is needed for a smoother transition into the West Basin website. So we are hoping for a launch hopefully late this month, if not early December, as I mentioned. Our team is also happy to report that 2 additional ice machine rebates were processed for the city of Carson. This makes a total of 6 ice machine rebates that were given to park facilities in Carson. And this was due to efficiency surveys that were completed through the Cash for Kitchens program. So they did receive additional funding to purchase 6 brand new ice machines that are now more efficient in the park facilities within the city of Carson. So that was also very encouraging to see that there's rebate activity occurring during these times. And so, of course, staff will continue promoting the available device rebates as restaurants face various challenges during these times. And lastly, I'll cover really quickly the ocean-friendly garden section, which is also on page 71. And West Basin and its contractor Swacer Landscapes did schedule a visit for November 2020. There was a brief pause in October, but we also will introduce a training webinar for current city and school staff managing the 5 ocean-friendly gardens that are currently under contract. These training resources will be made available to all of the ocean-friendly garden staff in the service area to stay up to date on the maintenance needs. Initial feedback from the site manager, so we did email them to see when the best dates to schedule these type of trainings would be, and they actually did share that January would be an ideal time due to the fact that some of their staff, their landscaping staff at these sites are out on vacation. So January will be the best time to schedule these webinars, and we of course will provide more information about these in the months ahead. That was my last update. I am now available for any questions. Gus and I can take any questions you may have, and thank you so much.
Are there any questions? All right, thank you, Jennifer and Alice. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again, both of you. Patrick, is there anything else on the information calendar? I don't see anything.
No, that concludes the information calendar, and we have no closed session today.
All right, director's comment. Let's start with Director Williams. Any comments today?
No, thank you. Just appreciate all the reports. Good work, staff.
Director Houston.
I just want to say thank you again to staff for all the excellent reports. And thank you for all your diligence. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Right, Director Dier.
I want to repeat what my colleagues just said, is thank the staff for a fine job that they're continuing to do. Thank you.
And Director Kwan.
Thanks. Thanks again. As always, it's always a nice detailed report from staff. Thank you very much.
I'd like to echo everything my colleagues have said. Staff continues to do an outstanding job, so thank you very much. Are there any future agenda items, anyone? I think there's anything from you.
No, Madam Chair.
All right, then thank you very much to all the staff who joined this morning. Good morning. Thank you very much, and this meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.